First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
The Smith throw taken in by Fitzpatrick. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Out of the gun, Smith. On the move to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help a step. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Clelin Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Throwing on third down, Smith. He's got him in, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you have time like that to find receivers downfield.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now Geno. The quick slant caught. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still active gain nonetheless.
Pollard is not going to get in here. That's going to lead to a third down.
Hey, check that, check that.
Pollard again. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. Ready to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. To throw is Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind to, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Smith. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. The numbers for him from a week ago. 91 yards and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw, Smith. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. 6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise...
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Noah Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he'll be out of bounds. Keeper. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Sliding. Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to... He's got a man, complete! And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, you know, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, Montgomery. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Geno Smith getting ready to go again here on offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. the way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. Fielded at the 20. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Bears take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. But here we go on 4th down. Fields. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Fields throwing again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are back within a score in the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Smith on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He's going to air one out. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
On play action, Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts in this first half.
Off play action, Fields. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Fields. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And down he goes. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that throw behind his man, and he missed it, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a
touchdown Bears. Darnell Mooney in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The final shot here before break. Smith, he's going deep for Brown. And he floats one there, incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. From the 29, Fields. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Personal foul, unnecessary run, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air again, Fields. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Meanwhile, Fields throw into the hands of Pitts here. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Sanders' kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Geno on 1st down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards for number 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run left with Pollard, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They try to throw. Complete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. The Falcons send this one out of bounds. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again. How they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this?
Third quarter, just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletion. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. 52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This will be caught by Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now Geno. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to have the Falcons first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Hey, reload, go.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He sets to fire deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On first down, it's Fields. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes.
The farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
Fields going to keep it once more. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Rolling to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Atlanta now coming out on the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. I'll say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's fourth down. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. They'll go option to the short side. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Holding, offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And these are the kind of plays that defenders dream about. A chance to get a big running start and go after the quarterback. He was not at all put off by the option. I think he committed to the quarterback right from the outset, and he was able to get in there and put the hit on him.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they teams do. And And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. On 1st and 10, Smith. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. To throw is Smith. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Smith able to find Kmet. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on.
The shotgun snap for Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll start out here with the option left. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Off play action, Fields. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down on the scoreboard. 65 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. It's caught at the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
19 Charger, 19 Charger.
To To the air again, Smith. This will be caught once again by Brown. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. On second and goal, Smith. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try. Exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Back to throw, Fields. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Offense out there for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a